Well, to me, that's a really good OVC team. You know, they have size that, you know, a lot of times when you see on paper 6'9", 6'10", you know, you say, okay, yeah. And they get there and they're about 6'7 and a half. I'm like, holy cow. They've got a big team. They've got a very quick team, a hard to guard team, a team that we got a lot of respect for coming in. They rebound the heck out of the ball. And, you know, I thought the game obviously got a little bit choppy when we had four fouls in one possession in the second half, and it sort of forced our hand to play a little zone, and we still fouled. But I think the one stat that jumped out to me is the fact that we had 28 baskets, and on those 28 baskets we had 20 assists. And that tells me that although we have more talent than we had a year ago, we have kids who play for one another. So it was a little bit ugly game at times, but you know, hopefully players and coaches continue to adjust.
Despite the choppiness, you guys did a really good job on your guard. Angela Warner didn't even have a field goal. Can you talk about the defense, what you did to keep him in check?
Well, you know, they run that dribble drive, and it presents a problem, especially with the way they call hand checking. You know, they are a driving team first. Even though Warner is a guy that can really fill it up from the three, it's predicated on deep penetration, the ball getting into the lane and getting sprayed out. And I thought, you know, Samaje did a really good job on him when he was on him, and didn't really give him any looks. And we knew going in he was the known. So, you know, sometimes you have nights like that on the defensive end where their best player doesn't play quite as well as they would like. I thought our defense, besides the fouling, was decent.
You had kind of expected a game like this with the new rules, 56 fouls in 40 minutes. Was it encouraging, though, that you guys didn't seem to get frustrated or let the choppy pace?
I got frustrated, but you know, I think there were individuals on our team, Joe, that were frustrated just because they wanted to play, and no one wants to come to the bench, you know, playing 30-second spurts. But again, that's the adjustment period that our players are going to have to go, are going to have to make. But I thought for the most part, our guys kept a cool head. I thought we didn't let it rattle us too much. And fortunately, Morehead State didn't make a lot of free throws there in the second half. Otherwise, it could have got a little bit scarier than it got.
Chris, was it nice to get Jalen some extended minutes out there on the court and let him play through some of those mistakes? And also, where is he at in terms of his development since 2 weeks ago?
The great thing about Jalen is he finally broke out and played like we know he's capable of. And, you know, I said to Joe and Byron that I was frustrated for Jalen. I want to clarify that. I didn't say I was frustrated with him. I was frustrated for him because everybody on our team knows how much potential he has and how good of a player he's going to be. And at times can be now, but he hasn't been able to show that because he's been in foul trouble. The ball hasn't found him. He's dropped a few passes. But tonight I thought it was by far his best game. And hopefully that gives him a shot in the arm. And he continues to be a huge boost for our team because you know, he can rebound with anybody in the country, lay above the rim. He can finish. He's an excellent player.
Did you feel like D gave you guys an important boost too? Because for the first time there in those first few minutes, Brandon and Miles actually looked like freshmen a little bit. Brandon picked up early fouls and had a turnover or two.
Yeah, he had this grandmaster plan of playing all these different guys and sort of dispersing the minutes, and then next thing you know, Brandon's got 3 fouls in the first half. And so never did I feel like D would be in a position where he was going to play 35 minutes. But D did a great job. He was the player tonight that I wanted to be for his next 2 years. He wasn't always that way a year ago, and maybe our team had a little bit to do with it. But I want him to be a pass-first point guard, a guy that really creates shots for his teammates. And he has to think singles and doubles, not necessarily home runs and grand slams. And when he does that, it makes an easy play. He's so talented that he sees things develop. He can have nights like tonight where he gets 9 assists and 4 turnovers. I want him to lead the country in assists. I don't know if that's possible. That's how I want him to think when he's out here, because he has guys around him that can make plays.
How much of a glimpse of your team did you see tonight with having him back and having Justin back and being close to full strength?
Well, we have to figure some things out. I want to play the guys that are productive, and not necessarily. I think when the coach says production, you automatically go to the stat sheet, but it just produces energy. knows their assignment on both ends of the floor, plays for the team. And so it's hard to read kids, night in, night out, like what's inside their mind. But what I told those guys, if I sort of see them daydreaming, then it's going to be next man up. And there are going to be certain situations where we're able to play Isaiah Fillmore as a 3 because our front court's a little bit crowded with the amount of guys we have, with James Forrest playing well, Jalen Reynolds, Matt Stainville, Fillmore. If we can move Isaiah a little bit to the 3, that'll help make us a deeper team and allow me to get those guys on the floor. The problem tonight was Morehead State plays 3 guards, and we wouldn't have been able to match up defensively the way we'd like.
Thanks, Chris.